Hello, hello to all that are already in the chat. Give me a message checking in on audio volumes and music volumes as well. I'm just gonna get settled in and start it up, make sure all the chat's on the screen, as well as I'm not blasting you too hard with the music. You can find whatever music I'm listening to down in the bottom left-hand corner. Looks like we're pretty much good. Got some chat in here. Alright. I think I'm gonna go update the chat box. Let me just grab the actual stream URL and we should be good to go. Hope everybody's having a good week so far. I've got some unfortunate news to start this. Looks like we're gonna be a solo show tonight. Both Slew and Aster kind of fell through. They had little technical difficulties on one end, and then also some just lively events that popped out. So we're gonna reschedule and try to do and follow through with this next week, actually. So stay posted on that. You're still stuck with me, unfortunately, now, but make the most of it. Get some drawing done. I've got some pretty sweet stickers that I was making 2 days ago now. I made some stickers, threw them out on Instagram on both my channel and the SIVE channel. So there's plenty to go around there. I've got some blanks. This one actually didn't come from that pack, but we got a bunch of mix of these almost, I don't even know what to call the Pantone style. The colors are having trouble picking them up. So it's a little bit brighter of an orange than showing through. Got a nice red in there, got a bunch of greens and whatnot, and the turquoise. Only was able to keep one for myself, all the rest went into the packs, but kind of this almost neutrally earthy tone to those colors, so we'll definitely be jumping into those in a little bit. Adam Bram. There's a bunch on my web store if you want to show some support there. Got the mini micro packs as well as the full-size regular guys. But I wanted to start on this old school one that I made a while back. Also side shell. Figured it'd be a cool green one to start in on. Got some more turquoise colors and stuff over there. So yeah, let's jump into it. I've got some markers ready to go. Hope everybody is maybe got some other stuff to sketch with as I go. But feel free to knock me if the audio's off or if something starts buffering. I've got only one set of eyes now. Juice up the first marker. Feeling let's stick with those kind of earthy colors. Let's do a little yellow on this guy. Mr. McCazzy was thinking about starting a YouTube channel. Do it, man. It's definitely a fun little hobby, and I know myself, the interaction on making your own stickers in this case, or drawing your art and sharing it's just been interesting enough, let alone, you know, how many people you actually get to share it with. The fact that you do get to share it with some and having that interaction, or getting a reason to start trading with other people and exchanging art for art, it's always a good time. Actually caught it looked like Green Ranger was having a stream earlier tonight. I only was able to pop in for a couple minutes as I had to do a few things before I got set up over here, but it seemed like he was reviewing some markers. It seems like streaming's been more and more popular as every day goes by. I heard Facebook's paying big dollars for a bunch of people to go stream video games over there. Who knows if that'll ever be the art side of things, but definitely a fun way to interact with you guys. Definitely makes more entertaining kind of style of video. Slow it down a little and relax, and as well as entertain at the same time. So for anybody just jumping in here, we got a little lack of arrival from both Aster and Slew. They had things come up one way or another, so they weren't actually able to make it, unfortunately, but both of them said they were down for a retry next week, and in the hopes that we can do maybe a little bit better scheduling amongst everyone, get some stuff really rolling, have a little bit more conversation, so look out for that. Slowly, I know I wish I had a cheaper option to get all these blanks out to the international side of things, but It just kills me to have to pay like 10 bucks or 15 bucks to get it simply out the country. So I wish there was an easier way to package things up or distribute the same sticker goodness out to everybody else. Right now, if anybody's curious, I'm using just Molotow 127s. They write pretty well on the SIVE shell. Definitely 2 coats is a perfect match. I like them a lot on the matte whites. These are just getting warmed up as well, so a little translucent, but I'll play along with that as we go. Hey Nick, thank you for the early submission. Sure can definitely do Dono then a slap, but do a pacer. I can definitely hit up some names as we go. You know I won't forget pacer in there. You've been jumping in on hitting up the sticker submissions as well. Very nice. Seemed like that video hit off better than anything I've been doing recently. Whether it was releasing the t-shirts or whatnot, those 2 kind of videos bagged, but it seemed that the sticker submissions was nice and interactive, even though it was a longer video. I had good fun looking through and flipping back through everybody's work. So that was a nice rehash, and hopefully maybe with the stickers I make, or the stuff I make in this video, I'll be able to come up with some actually trades for actual packs and whatnot. So I'll be able to get some other artists featured on the channel that aren't necessarily sending in for sticker submissions, but also be able to get some stuff in there for bigger name stuff that maybe not as interested in just sending their stuff away to a trade service, but would like to get some sweet art in return as well. Trying to use this water-based. It seems a little dry. Haven't used it in a while. Maybe get some green drips down top. I think it's a nice compliment to the colors already on the edges of the sticker. Lots of drips. Feel free to throw any comments in that chat if you got any questions. Try to keep up with them as much as I can without having to look up every 10 seconds. I'm gonna hit. Got a deep red in here somewhere, almost a purple color. I think that'd be a sweet outline. Yeah, I think 2018's time for less black outlines. There's so many colors to be used. Have I tried a character on the side? Yeah, I mean, my t-shirt I most recently did was somewhat of a character trial. I definitely I haven't put enough time into characters to really get to a level where I'm happy with them. That being said, I do like the idea of having a solid character to support some letters and whatnot. So with that most recent art attempt, I found I was definitely challenged with it, but it wasn't impossible. So left me open to try some new stuff. Maybe I'll hit some up as we get flowing in here. I don't know if I have anything in mind as far as the character goes, but I'm sure I could dabble and we can work through the trials together. Character art's definitely a little bit more personable, and I like that style of it. You add a little bit more emotion into what your character's doing, or the setting, or anything along those lines. Have I tested hand-mixed markers? I have not. Since I made the Split Streaker video and tried it out for my first time, I've been trying to keep up with their stuff a little bit more, and they're definitely a league ahead on having 5 and 6 colors mixed in there. I think they even get up to 8 slices on them, so I'd like to try those out, and I'm sure they work great based on all the just seemingly promo videos they have of artists rocking them. It would be interesting to see if they can maybe opens up some distribution here in the US. Maybe I'll be the liaison for that, and they can get cheaper shipping for everybody within our country. Because it is a shame that the internet provides you a window to see everything, but not necessarily the ability to actually grab it. So I would love to get my hands on something that works. Even the ones I made worked fine for what I was going after, but it would definitely be a step above to get something that is professionally mixed up. That was my biggest hesitation with the DIY stuff. It's hard to, if it doesn't come out perfect, is it really worth the whole DIY video to put it together? But I was happy enough with the performance of those that I wouldn't quite compare it to the hand mixed stuff and how good those ones look online, but splitting streakers is definitely a craft in its own. Salty. If you want to hit a donation as much as you want, I'll mix in some names. Definitely not gonna just. I think it's a little corny to do a full request stream, but I do like the challenge of it as well. So if you want to throw some money my way, we can see what I can do for your mix up in there. Let's see what else we got. Question: if you don't find the word SIVE, what would you have used? I don't know. Also, thank you for the unique question. I don't think I've ever gotten that. I definitely, if I had to move, if I didn't happen upon SIVE, I probably would have kept bouncing around on names. And now it wasn't even, I don't know, SIVE didn't even pop off to me. It wasn't like I picked it and I knew it was perfect for what I was going after, or that it would work so well down the road. I just found that it was a nice, stepping stone to get started in, and then it kind of snowballed from there, and my interest just kept with the same 4 letters. If I didn't pick it, I would definitely, in hindsight, I would have liked, an R or something a little bit more complex of a letter. Most, like, the S and the E are my most complex letter, as I definitely would stray away from having 2 somewhat simplistic style letters. Now, it's not the end of the world. You can obviously beef up, make a capital I, add a bunch of accents on the V, but I have found that was a limiting factor at times. I didn't find I was, always ready to take and make super unique letters when it's kind of easy to make an I very simplistic, and it's also, for the same reason, an easy way to make a V. Just keep the right form, but not necessarily do anything crazy on the page. So I definitely, an R. I've put an R on SIVE before, but there's a guy that writes Fiverr with a 5 instead of an S, but everything else is the same. So that's super close to his, and don't really care to step on any toes in that respect. But nonetheless, definitely have considered other names. Some other letters that stand out to me, I think Q is one that's not underutilized, but has those complexities to it, so you'd be able to get some kind of cooler things going on. And I'm definitely thinking about that as not only from like a piece standpoint, you could make a Q super complex with that crossover, but you could also go through and actually make a really sweet throw up with it, just because it does have that unique come across, and then the really symmetric, basically O portion to it. So I think those are Q's and R's. I think are challenging letters, but rewarding because of how kind of involved they are to actually get to look good. I think we're gonna do a drop shadow. I think I have a gray paint marker somewhere. Might have to do dark green. Definitely, here we are. Took me a little bit to find it. Let's mix it up. It's all over throwy. I can definitely put it on the list. Thanks, Slew. Alright, where were we last? your YouTube is what got me into stickers. Well, thank you. I fell across it and fell in love with the ways. This basically the same thing happened to me. Way back in the day, I was Googling around how to make my own stickers for like my snowboard. Happened upon a video where a guy was drawing on some postals with a character, and I originally got those just because they were free sticker material, honestly, and picked some up, made some stickers with it, and then came around to actually following back up with more graffiti stuff. So that was definitely a fun turn of events. And here I am now drawing stickers for people on the internet. So definitely a strange correlation, but I've enjoyed sharing my art. I've also thought about trying to do some bigger oriented projects with my art, you know, not so much just like you know, a larger t-shirt design that might take a couple weeks to hash out and print and whatnot, but you know, just a bigger projects that take a little bit more effort into organizing, and you know, the final outcome might be a little more grandiose, just because stickers are obviously a fun medium to work on and whatnot, but you can only spin that top so many different ways, I feel. And I've made, oh goddamn, I need a new back. Can't see where I've dabbed colors and now I'm mixing grays in here. But like I was saying, I feel like I've spun the sticker thing a lot lately, or just in general over the past few years. So having an alternative to kind of work on and not put the stickers so much on the back burner, but change up the pace a little bit, I think will be a nice, fun way to challenge myself as an artist. I find new graffiti sounding words and I add them to my list of graffiti words I use. Not a bad way to do it. If you know, you come up with cool little slangish words that almost sound like a name, chances are you can convert it into one. I've found that my 4 letters are easily mispronounced, and for that same reason it adds a little bit of uniqueness to it, and then you can work off that and try to make something cool. Does anyone think the word sunned sounds like poop? Sunned? You could make that work. S-U-N-D. The UN combo could be pretty rewarding. You've got not only symmetry between like a U and a lowercase n, but you also got the heavy D on the one side. I think that's a perfectly fine name to start with. I wouldn't, you know, there's no perfect name, and I feel like you kind of just names that are made over time and what you can work with them. It can almost, I don't know how quickly I can say that any letter combination could look good. I don't know if that's totally true, but I do find that if you, you know, in the right style, you can, every letter can find a way to complement the next. So don't get too discouraged when you can't quite come up with a perfect name. I think I probably was writing for, I don't know, 9 months before I found SIVE and kind of just ran with it. And I think that's even short. That seems pretty abnormal. All right, so I got to let this dry before I get back there with the yellow and start moving that gray around even more. It doesn't seem to want to cover up too nicely. Maybe we'll do one coat now and then come back to it. Cool. Halfway there. Doesn't look too obtrused. You should try custom skateboard or snowboard. I would love to do one. I actually have a blank longboard that was gifted to me as a half desire to customize it, and just haven't gotten around to that. So biting the bullet, it's a fun project that awaits, but I can't say I've taken it on. So we'll see when I can actually get around to that, as I put it off quite a bit to begin with. Alright, so we had Pacer wanted a throwy. I think this is, let's get a pencil and paper for that. I didn't leave any sketch paper around. Give me just a sec. Alrighty. Pacer and a throw up. I think I want a little bit of definition on the P. Let's go italic. I think I'm gonna have it swoop down too. So we got, and then I suppose bottom half will swoop up as well. Came a little low with this C. Now an E in the style. I feel like try to maintain some of the curve we got with the P and C. but also maybe maintain some of that A straight edge on the top here. Alright, not too bad. Then we'll round it out with probably a similar style P, but with the R. So I got my wish to do another R here. How are we going to do that leg? Not too shabby. Cool. Got a nice outline there. All right, let's cut some alcohol markers here. Any suggestions on colors out there that I should use? Maybe a fill suggestion. I'll do not feeling a gradient. What would be fresh with this? Maybe I'll do a splash. First color suggestion, we'll take one of the colors. Second, I'll try to mix in we got red, orange, and blue. All right, start with red. So mention the gap here between the P and the A. Definitely, yeah. So it looks like I left a little bit too much negative space in there. You can see we've only got a little bit here. This is kind of a big, so we can give a little stem out here. Let's see how that looks. Don't particularly like that. All right, let's try again. So I feel like filling that with the P would be counterintuitive. Like coming across with the A, maybe we'll just do more of a up hit. Like you started a calligraphy line there or something. Doesn't look terrible, but doesn't look good. Maybe just the most subtle of ones. Alright, not too bad. We'll work it in with the final outline. Maybe we'll complement the C with a slight hit all the same. I think it might make it look a little bit too much like a G. It'll come in. Ooh, Getting more G vibes. Alright, seems pretty good. So I suppose I should outline this first and then get rid of all my sketch marks. Let's try a brush tip, see where this lands. This is going to be challenging. Can't say I've used a brush tip in forever. See how it goes with the P and then decide if it's worth the risk. Brush marker worth it. I don't think it looks too bad. I have to take my time with it though. Alright, gotta lay down there. Let's, I guess it's just black continued until we're out here. Let's see if I can perfect my brush tip a little bit better, get it on the first pass. Is anybody masters of the brush tip? Because it's kind of one of those tools I feel like sounds really good on paper, but nobody actually I follow uses them regularly. Alright, not too shabby on the first pass. See if we can get some extra flair with the C. Mishap. Oh well. What's up, Ismael? Thanks for checking in from Brazil. Adam's asking, do I ever see people vandalize? I can say I have happened upon people hitting up while I'm out and about, but definitely as they desire to keep a low profile. Not too many people I'm catching seeing, which is hopefully by their desire. If I'm not seeing it, hopefully nobody else is seeing anybody else up and about. I think that I can recall like 2 occasions that I have seen somebody in the act. Both were tagging, so guess just a little bit more careless there, as you have far less time to hang around. Who here has been doing graffiti for SIVE? I'm sure there's a nice range. It always seems like the comment section is the full demographic of people who've been doing it for a while, people that are just starting, and then kind of middle of the road like myself. Alright, looks like we got a little bit of a lag here. It's happened once before on the last stream. I think it had to do with the music. So just give it 1 second while I I reset that. I'll reset my video too. Alright, we're back on top with video. Let's see what the music's up to. Yeah, alright, good to go. Little fumble there. Glad the music was a tell-all that if that's skipping, stream is too. Alright, I can at least go for a full erase now. We've got everything laid out. Alright, so we're doing a red and orange fill, I believe. Maybe some blue hits as well. Okay, R could use some help over there, but we'll get to that as we go. Let's see how dark this red is. It's almost a pink on there. Let's see what it is. Small hit. Alright, that's a nice little subtle red. Red, right? Nope, this would be magenta. Where'd my red end up? Here we are. More red then. Trying to keep almost an upright momentum with the splashes. Adam asks if I know if I've ever seen any trucks with throw-ups on them. Of course. Box trucks are pretty popular with tags around Philly. Not a ton of throw-ups, but that being said, maybe 1 out of every 3 has a throw-up on it. A lot of hollows. Not as many, full-blown filled in throw-ups and whatnot. But yeah, any U-Haul truck you leave parked in the city will find some markings by the end of the week. Challenge will be able to try and keep this away from looking like fire. A quick pole tag, as in, I don't know what you, I've never heard of a pole tag been referred to. I'm assuming just like a light pole or whatnot. Yeah, I mean, it's got to be common enough that I or somebody I know has done one, but I can't say for that same reason I've ever seen somebody that you know, being out and about, they were randomly doing one. Acer, I can for sure get this sent over to you next sticker submissions. I think I might use the orange to do almost like a drop shadow in here on top of all the red. Cool. I do have an orange in these brush tips as well. Let's see what this has got. Alright, we're moving back towards fire. Guess I'm gonna have to use the blue or maybe some gray to settle it down. Right now I got like just a clear mixer color, but it's able to pull some of that black off. Give some highlights in here. So I'm hitting everywhere that the letters overlap to kind of give some shadow, and then also the right side of each letter to give a little bit of a bevel kind of contour. Nice. Oh, so anybody that's coming in just now, Slew and Aster weren't able to make it. Slew had technical difficulties, his webcam was giving him trouble, and Aster had just something come up, so he wasn't able to follow through. So we're going to try and maybe reschedule for next Thursday, get them both on if you guys are still interested in a stream style content. Make my life a little bit easier so I don't have to sit in the editing booth for hours next week. But yeah, they were definitely both upset that they weren't able to make it, so hang in there. We'll see if we can get the magic to happen. Had some exciting topics. Aster was or is it Aster? I forgot how to pronounce his name, but he's doing big things, trying to come back onto his YouTube grind after a little bit of a hiatus. Slew's also got some pretty cool projects down his way for the summertime, so I'm sure both of them will be eager to share those more in depth. But for now, we're just sitting here sketching. Feel free to get your own sketchbook and pieces going. Maybe try to do the same word as I am. Take some notes, or give me some notes for how I could improve my own style. Definitely trying out the brush tip a little bit more heavily on this one. Can't say I've used them in a while, and trying to get a feel for getting a smooth line, and then also coming in and getting the variable thickness where when desired is the more important part. I can make this thing dance and do a ton of different sizes, but unless it was on purpose, it doesn't really help me out in the long run. My markers always bleed into each other. Any tips? It's definitely your paper at that point. There's papers designed for illustration markers that are better at absorbing the paint to one local point, rather than if you're just using printer paper, it's meant to hold on to literally one pass of computer ink. It's not supposed to hold on to, you soaking it in with a bunch of markers. And that's what it really comes down to, is you're just getting it too wet, and then they're able to morph in and then blend in with one another. So seek out better paper. I know it's kind of an upsetting thing to say better supplies will actually make better art, but when it comes to whatever you're actually making the art on, it has a lot to do with the materials on that front. You can get away with cheaper colored materials so long as whatever you're using it on can handle them. And a good quality sketchbook is going to be, it won't be double the price of a cheap one, but it will be a little step up. But if you're seeing those issues and you're not actually able to even make, the art you think you're comfortable making, then it's a good time to look at, maybe some better supplies. Really, geez, music's down again. Let's reset this one more time. Good to go. My computer has this hiccup that sends it in a whirl sometimes. Let me see this for a second. Let's see. Problem is this, the music's playing off a solid state drive, which shouldn't ever turn off if it's being used to play music. But for whatever reason, it likes to short out sometimes. All right, check. Let me get something in the background that'll hold up some of my computer power, but hopefully keep that disk spinning. Alright, fingers crossed that will keep us from buffering too hard. Alright, where was I? I feel like I almost don't want to put anything in the backdrop. I might just do another, someone recommended blue, so maybe I'll do a blue splash instead of a full force field. Kind of get a little bit of that same style going, but nothing too aggressive and a forced outline. Alright, looks like CTG sent over a sticker pack for submissions. Thank you very much. I'll be sure to, as soon as I get your pack, you'll notice a follow on Instagram from the sticker submissions page. So keep a lookout for that, and that'll kind of be a good note that it's come in, because as I open the packs, preview them or sort them out. I go through and make sure I'm following everybody so I can more easily tag you afterwards and after uploading the video. But thank you again for submitting. That was a good fun video to make, and it seemed like people were interested enough to see that it worked out for the first month, and they'll be trying to jump in on the next one and thereafter. I've got literally so many stickers on hand right now, and I'm hoping to use the sticker submission service to also clear some of those out, get some new ones kind of mixed in some of their places. Not that they're old, but if they're not seeing the light of day, I don't know why I keep them in a box. So I did that big clear out of random art over Christmas vacation, and that worked out well, and people liked that. So somewhat in a similar vein, this way you don't even have to pay for shipping. Any suggestions on a short tag? Only ones that are 2 or 3 letters, perhaps. That's going to be a hard sell to come up with 2 perfect letters. I'm trying to think if I know anybody off the top of my head that only rocks 2 letters. Can't say that I particularly have any 2 letters, but I've come up with something unique that's maybe not a full word. And at that point, you can't even rely on consonants or whatnot to get you halfway there and do those filler letters. Pick a word you like and just drop every other letter and see what that comes out with. JA, you're right. Yep, that's well overlooked by myself. JA's pretty prominent with his 2-letter. They're a mean combo at that. It's just a basically flawless name and a beyond amazing throw up. We got a little splash. It's a little too consistent down here in the height and the width of all these. Let's try to meld some of them, make some more small ones. That's a first. Reconnection successful. Alright.
Hey, I'm Tayson, and I wanted to give you something.
Maybe I shouldn't watch this on the actual page so I don't get fed these ads. Thank you for the warning as well. Didn't go through enough. I appreciated that. Are we back up? Moment of truth. Stream says healthy. That is a first, man. No breaks with streaming. far as the quality goes. Alright, let's reset it all. Get right back to it. Man, yo, we are dogging on the internet. I wonder if that has something to do with it. Alright. Well, could finish up with the pacer then. We had completed that. Alright, looks like we're back to healthy. Let's check how's the chat. Someone hit us in the chat. If we're good, we're live, we're chilling. I owed one more throw up. Let's see what it was. It's all over throwy. Feel free to hit the super chat if you want to get lined up for something else. Let's see. Could you hit it sticker tag real quick? Pacer, I'll get you back after this one. That is, if something else doesn't come through the works. So we're looking for It's All Over. See if we can get some music in here. Test, test. No love from the music. What is a Jockey? What's a Discord channel? I've heard some other live streamers say that before, but I've no idea what they are. Discord is awesome. I honestly have no idea what they are. It's definitely something relevant to live streaming, right? Like, I haven't seen anybody else mention it besides people that are streaming. Alright, music's back up. Yeah, I suppose send me a DM about what it is. I can't say I've ever looked into it, I've just heard it mentioned. Jeez, it's a sloppy ass. We are bugging. What's sucking up my task manager? I don't even know. Let's try and drop our we're going just fine. configure my video. I'm going to drop this down a little bit. Doesn't even have... Ooh, what did we just do? Sorry about this, guys. Let me just change the settings a tad. All right, I think I'm gonna run without music for a little bit. You just have to listen to my my annoying voice. So I forget even what we were talking about. Damn. I mod a lot of servers for people that meet some great people. So I assume it's a community-based interaction. Just maybe a spot where you can communicate. There isn't, you know, a real central place for graffiti, let alone like-minded artists. So anything stronger than the current community, I'm definitely down for. Double L is always a challenge to make it not look just so out of place. You can add voice channels to speak with multiple people and text photos, create post art. That's kind of cool. Would you be able to, now my question, would you be able to stream with that, like Tiny Chat? So there's a website that I've participated in maybe a handful of times where people would get together and everybody could be drawing all at the same time, and it'd be kind of a mishmash of, I can see my webcam and we can see your webcam, and then, you know, most people are just drawing or chit-chatting about really whatever. Would it enable itself to that? Because that would be a cool way to get, you know, randomly 10 extra people in on a stream and kind of have a more of a conversation based without having to, you know, Skype with all of them or whatnot. Right, maybe we'll do like a purple outline, something different. I like the sound of that, Chalky. Thanks for the suggestion. I'll maybe that can be included in next week's stream as well. It is nice to have a little bit more direct interaction over, the art, because, when you make a full edited video, the likelihood that you're going to get much of a conversation out of that, aside from cool, nice, I like that you did that, and I hated that, there's not much more involvement from the viewer side. And I'm all the same, I'll watch plenty of YouTube videos and never interact with them. It's kind of funny to see how prominent streaming is these past couple months. There's outrageous 24-hour streams and challenge streams I find kind of funny. Can't say I've ever sat through one, but I'll catch whatever highlight video or whatever outrageous thumbnail they promote them as. Just Rogue, thank you for the help as well. I look forward to it. Right now, I'm using Winsor & Newton brush markers. I did a review of these way back, and found them, and they hadn't gotten much use since that review, so I figured they best be having some. They're pretty nice nibs on these backside. Get some nice little cuts in there. This didn't look quite rounded enough. Alright, not bad. Do you ship blanks internationally? Yep, I ship worldwide. Shipping prices are just a little bit. The further outside the US you are, Canada's at least a little reasonable. There's shipping starts at maybe $10 and then goes up depending on how much you're ordering and how heavy it is. The international shipping's just so beat up on the weight of it. If something's literally a pound, it might cost $25 to send it. So small sticker stuff is conveniently, a little below that, but even, a couple packs could run you quite a bit extra. And there's unfortunately no way around that, but I offer you the goddamn this video. But I offer the same price as what I can offer to everybody else, as for as low as it can get. Alright, let's see if I disable buffering altogether. Will I be able to salvage this? I guess that might be where it's hiccuping. Because I'm not doing much. I should be able to run a webcam and stream it up. Slow ass, do I use Twitch? Not really. I can't say I ever find interest in sitting down on a stream or having it up in the background. Although everybody that's on it seems to love it, so it's just probably not my style of content at the end of the day. I also don't, even with a live stream, if there's not the 4-hour playback that you can go and check in where everybody led you to this, I just find that I don't like sitting around long enough to keep up with the most recent thing. So I'll click through if there's been 4 hours of previous content going on, but it's not my favorite to try and watch something live. And two, when I'm sketching or sitting around kind of doing nothing, I would probably prefer to have a podcast on, even though video is probably more entertaining than that. I think just the quality of the content is a little bit more polished when someone's gone through and edited the podcast together and whatnot. So I enjoy that style. All right, dare we try the music again? Feel like we've waited our time to be nice to the computer gods. All right. I was holding my hand still enough to be concerned about the music actually buffering it already. I wonder why it would hiccup like that. Because the same thing happens when I'm editing videos. I must just have like a soft spot on my hard drive, but the thing is I've got some old hard drives in my computer, but I've got a solid state drive that it's brand new as of how long have I had my computer? A year or so? And so it's kind of one of those that it shouldn't be slow at all. Maybe I'll look into figuring out how to check in on its health. That is not my finest of throwies. Oh wow, the first video Dreets watched was the homemade ink. That video got plenty of views because of its title, but man, was that 10 minutes of really subpar content. Information holds relatively true. You can use that method to refill your paint marker or your alcohol-based markers. No way, no how, but definitely low quality. Kind of funny how the best camera I had at that time was probably not even 480p. I feel like it was worse quality than that, dude. Those things were so bad. Alright. 3D salvage some of the contours in there. Damn, I'm gonna hit some tags with this chisel tip. That is writing fresh. Alright, so here's a quick cover up of It's All Over. And then we also got an upside down pacer, a little splash zone. Let me, I got a big white sheet of paper. Sounds like a good use of this. Let me just chop it down. Hello, Stack. What is going on? Thank you for joining the stream. Do I smoke pot or not? No way. Drugs are bad. Alright. Hit me up with some names in the comments so I can hit your tags as well as mine. Alright, peace. God damn this music. Thought I had it. No luck. Alright, what came after peace? Foe? A lot of frame there. Rack. Alright, let's change the color. Maybe we'll do 3 each. No rack. That K is messy. Let me hit another. I feel like rack was in the last live stream as well. Remember writing that? Sneak. Jeez, I'm hitting these out of frame. Sneak, you deserve another for that. More in frame there. Night. Switch over to some green. A little hard to see. Let's get see what a darker green can do. Shut up all right now. Rogue. Ideas born. Astro, Nick. We got Cope 2. You're coming at me, man. Man, I'm struggling with K's. I definitely need to practice K's. I feel like that's such a popular letter right now. Alright, let's give Nick a go. Oh, Cope 2 with the jokes. All the flash. Blank. Next color. So we got a dark blue. Gray. Chalky. Next up. Making a mess of my table here. These markers are pretty good. I like them for tagging. This chisel tip on here is beyond perfect. But piecing, mediocre. Nothing out of the box super crazy. I don't remember the price point on them, but alright, I gotta go to Rogue again. Spelled it wrong. Chalky was next. Alright. Rogue a little bit better. On the lone tag. Ooh, this one looks like we're leaking a little bit. Check that out. God. spelt it wrong again? Jesus Christ, I'm dyslexic. R-O-U-G-E. That's what he said. You spelled ragu. Did I spell it the same both times? I did. Your typo made me think it was a typo. Alright. Looks like we're going back to road. Third time's the charm. O-G-U-E. Alright, we hit alone. Buy some of those markers. Tag alone. That wasn't very clear. Another ghost. How far over should we make the T? Been getting back into the circles, as you can tell. I feel like this, I should get you guys a closer view, because I feel like these markers flex a lot more at like this size than a little bit larger. They maintain that kind of calligraphy look a little bit better. Alright, quick rearrange, and then should be good. Alright, I think my computer might have been buffering because I had the internet out. I was looking at the stream, now I literally just have the chat. So let's give music one more try. I'm trying to make this as entertaining as I can for you guys. There's 5 of you here, so maybe that's enough. Oh geez, I missed it. Grilled for writing it wrong again. Oh, now I get why you said red. Roasted. Alright, did I hit web up? Alright, let's get back on pace. Or Rogue. R.I.P. Rogue. Yeah, can't. The O before U combo. So we got Decro. Got SIVE shell sticking out here. Like, I feel like that tag only needs like a teeny bit more, and it's right there. I don't know what extra flavor to add to. Train with it. Hams. The Z or an S? The Z. Alright, ready for color switch up? Done sticking to the music's dead. Stream's dead. I don't know what the hell my computer is thinking. Alright, what other? I think we went through all the colors in that pack. It's an orange then. your new tag toy. I'm glad you could rack 50 cans for your crew. Alright, hit flip. Okay, didn't miss any. Fs are another one I definitely haven't practiced enough. It just looks, there's no weight to that, it just looks scrawny. Flip is a hard one because you got so much square in there. Let me see if I can get one good one before the sheet runs out. Try forward italic. Jeez, these are tough. Maybe lowercase f. Flip is a tough guy. I don't know. The composition is what's getting me. I feel like just so the letters are so square that that's not easy to get away from. Cursive maybe be our best bet. How do you do a cursive F? Not too bad. Move along. Up to toy. If you're gonna call toy, you need some outrageous arrows, all the hookups, hit that circle. You're gonna have to throw a crown on there too. Put up can't. Pretty nice T in there. Knight requests SIVE. How courteous of you. Keep the same style. Oh, that was off screen. Got it. All right, centered up. Repeat the tag. There we are. Stream's still alive at least. There we are. Oh, Rogue wants a repeat for the mess up. All right, we'll do a quick hollow. So make sure you got a decent amount of room. A first shot at the R. Got a mean looking R to start. Let's spell it right. R-O-G. It'd help if I read your name while I was doing the previous ones. Geez, I am way off frame. My apologies. Save that a little bit. U. don't seem to have. Oh, here's the black. I'm just defaulting to way off screen. Let's move my camera so I can stay where I am. Alrighty. Can't say I've ever done a lowercase g. All right, what's the chat's consensus? Did I salvage Rogue after all? I'm pretty hype on that E. I think I would mess with that even in my own throwing. All right, let's correct this fill a little bit. No need to make it extra sloppy. I think yellow is an underrated throwy color. Yellow-black combo, not bad. Apology accepted. All right, boar, do boar. B-O-A-R. B-O-A-R. Hit him up. Jaws and Ski. Ski don't happen to be Ski off Instagram throwing down on the stickers as well. Jaws. Wow, I got caught on something on my desk that had potential. Jaws. Ski. What's up, Apollo? Gotta get Elvis in here. R.I.P. We feel the love. Alrighty, I think that's gonna pretty much do it for this stream. I feel like you know, got some stuff worked out. Go back through some of these tags, I suppose. Start from oh, we gotta first correct this sticker before I bag out of here, or else it won't get done. First priority. All right, I'm not sure what happened to the audio there. I'm going to talk softly into yeah, maybe one day I'll figure this all out. My microphone just died on me. Uh, not battery powered. Hopefully my receiver didn't die, but hopefully this isn't too blown out. I was talking about all the wonderful SIVE shells I just made. If you want to check these out, I've got packs available on my web store. Packs of 25 come with a full kind of a rainbow style. Also had some greens and some turquoise in there. Kind of a soft summer stuff. You know, not too aggressive, not too, you know, rambunctious of colors. Really, this how's that for the audio? Keeping it a little bit quieter. I'll talk as quiet as I can. But yeah, so maybe I should just stop rambling about my my products. Check them out on the web store if you want to. Next up, we've got Pacer here. Got a huge kind of splash style design. Also got, you know, his tag and my tag down there. Thank you for the little donation for sending in and getting a little feature. We also got Slow. How do you ask me to pronounce it? Damn, now I forget. I forget how he's slowly or slowlo. I forget how to pronounce it. I gotta review that comment I asked him for. So it's got "It's All Over." Nice little three-letter or three-word, sorry, three letters, 4 letters, 3-word combo up here. Couple little bubbles. Worked through those, and then we did a little bit of name requests. Slow-moving stream, not the fastest pace. Got plenty of technical difficulties that we ran into. Nice nick tag, blank, necro. Moved a little bit smaller. Thought that would fit the stickers, or not the stickers, the markers I was using a little bit better. Gray, it's a nice one. Chalky. Red. Couple misspellings of rogue into correct spelling ultimately. Got ghost. Practice F. Plenty of going around. Still need plenty. We've got a SIVE hit in purple. Large piece up there. That A could use a lot of work. I don't know. Been playing around with the crisscross A in a little bit, but bows. Got sneak up there, very nice. Rack, always a nice one to tag. The end K is just ending off of the K is a nice send off. Ideas and Born, Astro, first Nick, first misspelling of Rogue. Got the two-tone Knight. And then the ultimate rogue at the end, little throw up. Gonna be copping that E probably for some of my own stuff. Liked it enough. Flip, full on toy tag. Just about the same as all the rest of them, but hey, you wouldn't judge. Something with orange fucks with my camera a lot. Got Jaws, Ski. Last up some Elvis tags. Alright, well, any tips for tags? Don't take my suggestions too heavily as my tags aren't great, but needless to say, you know, anything, practice the structure. We need one more tag for Cyber. Alright, we'll hit them off on your tags because I've got room down here. Talk about tags while I do it. So my biggest suggestion with tags is to, you know, once again think about structure. So what does Cyber do? S-I-E. So the S and the I, like I do a lot, you're going to need a lot of space to the right of that S. So pretty simple S, nothing really special with that. And my I don't want to encroach too much over there. So I'm going to use the uppercase I to move it a little bit to the right, but also fill some of this gap. The E, since I now have a straight edge here, I'm going to think about it like I have to fill that straight area, or I could try to come in with an E and kind of get messy in there. Or my third option might be to do a lowercase e and follow with some of that curve. So let's try lowercase e. Filled in some of that area, didn't do too much. Maybe make that a little bit smaller if I work back on it. The B, definitely got to go in uppercase B here. Got a lot of liberty. I've kind of sectioned off those three. Those almost look fine as is. So now, nice right stem. Don't come in too much of the E, but I also want to maybe close off some of that mistake I did first. Simple uppercase B. That's kind of aggressive enough to be a little bit overpowering to the lowercase e, but we'll run with it. And then another E. I'm going to keep it lowercase as well. Maybe the B will get washed out by the two kind of softer E's. And then an R to end it off. Uppercase R to close out is a nice way to flow, following the same